We just finished part 2 of the Look Back, which was filmed November 13th. And if I remember correctly, the Talk Back, which was Friday night, was filmed October. And what's interesting is I think between those two events, Christine got married. So Kody seemed significantly angrier this episode. And he also backtracked a little bit and said that, Mary beat the love out of him, implying that he did love her when he married her and then he stopped, which is crazy that he says that after 3 years of insisting he never loved her. It was all performance. But you know what? I've decided I believe him. He convinced me. He never loved Janelle, Christine, and Mary. He never loved them. It was all a performance, all an act. Okay, so let's move forward with that. That means he's a psychopath. That means he is a pathological liar. Everything he has said for 18 seasons up until, I guess, the last 2 years has all been a lie. Everything that he's ever said about his nature, about his character, has all been a bizarre live action performance that he held up for 30 years. This is not a positive view. I don't know why I know why he thinks it's a step up is because it'll hurt Janelle, Christine, and Mary. He thinks it'll wreck people's image of them, that they'll think, gosh, how sad those women are because they love their husband and he actually never cared for them. It's like a childhood. It's like those same dudes, meet those dudes who always talk about their blankety blank wives and how stupid and lame they are. And I've always thought the person you choose to marry is a reflection on you. Why would you make them look bad? But I guess those kind of guys think that makes them look cool. I had a boyfriend when I was like 22 who did that all the time. And, not my best relationship, not a great dude. And in the end, his best friend pulled me aside and was like, you need to get out of this because you're so much better than him. Thank you, whatever your name is, because I don't remember. I appreciate that because I was being an idiot. But my point being that, fine, he wants to convince me that he never loved Janelle, Christine, and Mary. Fine. You convinced me, Kody. The exchange is that you are an absolute raging, delusional man who I think is clinically insane. That's the takeaway from that. Okay, fine. You didn't love any of them. Even tonight, though, he's backtracking. Earlier in this very season, he said, I loved Janelle before. I'll love her again. He said when he said he never loved Mary, he said that he loved Janelle and Christine. Well, now he's saying he never loved any of them. It's like, except tonight he said, well, actually he did love Mary at first, but then she was so terrible that he had to marry Janelle, because he didn't want to be around Mary. And it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things where you go, okay, fine. Then my takeaway is that I can't trust anything that you say. I can't trust him even if I don't believe him here. But it's like, I don't know what. Okay, great. And then the fact that he was screaming and yelling through this whole thing, and they screwed up some stuff with the dates, that they said Mary's anniversary in 2022 and it wasn't in 2022. They mislabeled that one. But it was 2021 or 2020. But I need to go look at my timeline to figure that out. But otherwise, it's like, as a producers, in this episode alone, Robin ran out twice and refused to comment on 2 of the clips. Kody refused to comment on 1 and kind of yelled at the producers. And so I'm just like, I don't know what they're bringing to the show anymore if they can't do the job that they're paid a humongous amount of money for. I'll go on and take a quarter of their money and do this discussion. But I just can't imagine that TLC and production is necessarily very happy with them. They're too delicate. They're too emotional. They can't talk about anything. It's all too upsetting. And then they turn around and say it's been, these women were never welcoming to Robin and her family. They've always made her feel like an outsider, but she's also so broken that they've left. And the same thing, Kody never loved him, but he's so broken that they left. On the other hand, Janelle, Christine, and Mary have never looked better. They're all moving on. I can't wait to watch them date. I can't wait to see them build their new life. I don't know what Kody and Robin are bringing to this anymore.